Hello students, I'm Anita Abraham, Associate Professor of English. Welcome to the English classroom. This is video number 28. Today's English lesson is from the General English curriculum prescribed by Osmania University for students of semester 3 of BA, BCom, BSc and BBA. Today's topic is titled Review Writing Film Review. If you like my video, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified of subsequent videos. Let's get started. Review writing, film review. So let's look at what is a review first, and then we will go on to go on to look at what goes into writing a film review, and we'll also look at an example of a film review. A review is a short critical assessment of a book, film, product, or service. It gives the reader a quick idea about the book or film. It's like a feedback, okay? Conveys the reviewer's opinion about it and helps the reader or viewer make up their mind about the book, the film, the product, or service. That's what a review does, okay? Now, there is no standard formula for writing reviews, but there are certain important elements that go into a well-written review. Review should follow a facts first, interpretation last principle. So that's the basic criteria for writing good reviews. Fact first, interpretation last principle. In other words, the reviews, whether it's a film review or whether it is a book review or whether it is reviewing a product or service, you must inform, describe, analyze and evaluate in that order. Let me take you back to it. A review should inform, describe, analyze and evaluate. That should be the order of a review. Reviews need not shy away from making judgments. You can give your viewpoint, you can give your opinion, you can give your judgment or perspective, okay? For we routinely judge everything in our routine life, okay? From toothpaste we use to the leaders we elect, we take decisions based on the feedback, judgments, opinions, views, perspectives of others and ourselves. In fact, we should take a stance in a review and make our criteria known so that those who disagree with our assessment understand the basis of our judgment. So it's very important that you express your viewpoint or perspective in your review. So somebody else may not agree with you or, agree to your perspective, viewpoint, or judgment, but at least they know on what basis you have taken this stand or viewpoint or opinion. All right. The only requirement for writing a good review, however, is that the review, our opinions, judgment should be supported by reason and evidence. Okay. It should be based on reason and evidence. Writing reviews, therefore, is a useful exercise to hone several skills, okay? Reading or watching, comprehension, understanding, analysis, comparison and contrast, communication and critical thinking. All this goes into review writing, okay? In this lesson that we're going to do, we will learn how to write film review and also the vocabulary that is used to write a film review. So shall we move on to looking at what goes into a film review? Uh, so what is important is writing for films can be of two forms: film review and film analysis. Film review, also known as movie reviews, are journalistic reviews written for the general reader and are published in newspapers, magazines, etc. However, on the other hand, film analysis is the work of a film studies scholar conversant with film theories who writes for a specific readership in academic journal. So film analysis is more research oriented, but we are talking about film review, which is written for the general audience readers, so that they decide on the various aspects of the movies are presented to them, and they decide whether to watch the movie. Okay. So that is, we are looking at film review. A good film review has the same features as any standard review. That is, it informs, it describes, it analyzes, evaluates, and advises. Okay, it gives the reader an assessment of the view worthiness, whether it is watchable, is it worth watching a film without giving away too much of its plot. So it's not like a detailed, presentation of the film. It doesn't give much away. It just gives you a sampling of what is in the film and leaves it open to the reader to decide whether to watch it or not. In order to write a film review, we should make ourselves familiar with some basic elements of the film. So we should also be aware of terminology that goes into film writing, the vocabulary, and also what it means. Only then can we write a meaningful review. For example, what we should know is what is plot, subplot, character, narration, direction, screenplay, music, cinematography, choreography, editing, lyrics, playback, set design, costume design, and so on. So do you see it's what do you call, these are vocabulary specific to writing film reviews. Okay. Then the genre of the film, is it a comedy, tragedy, horror, melodrama, fantasy, musical, myth, is it a mythological film or a rom-com? So we should know all these terminology and what it means. So after having acquired the desired terminology, let's look at the writing process per se. Okay, so let's look at step one. Understand the genre to which the film belongs. So knowing the features of the genre will help us assess the success and failure of the film according to the criteria relevant to the genre. For example, if it's a comedy, the parameters, the characteristics of a comedy is very different from that of a tragedy or a rom-com, a romantic comedy, or a mythological film, or a fantasy film. So we should know which genre the film belongs to, and then read up what should go into a good film of that genre. So we know all the benchmarks that the film should meet depending on its genre, and then it becomes easy for us to write our review, assess the movie. For instance, we cannot find fault with a fantasy film for not being realistic, nor can we complain about sentimentality in a melodrama film. So do you understand? So the basic characteristic of a fantasy film would be unrealistic. It is unrealistic in nature, so you cannot judge it on the basis of the parameter of being realistic. Similarly, if it's the movie belongs to the genre of melodrama, now you cannot criticize it for being overly sentimental. Okay, because sentimentality goes with melodrama. So it's very important that we identify the genre of the film first, so that we know on what parameters do we have to evaluate the movie. Now, the second step is to understand the purpose of a review. Why are we writing the review? A film review is not merely a narration of the story or the plot of the film, nor is it entirely an expression of the viewer's opinion. Okay, so these two are not the important features or purpose of the review. What is the primary purpose of the review? We should be very clear about it. The primary purpose of a film review is to help the reader arrive at a fairly accurate estimate of the film's nature, quality, and sustainability. A good film review, therefore, should strike a balance between inference, information, and interpretation. So a good film review will have information about the film, certain inferences, insight, and interpretation by the reviewer, so that the reader decides for herself or himself whether the film is watchable or is a must see or need not watch based on the review. Okay. So let's move on to step 3 of film writing, film review writing. That is, understand the structure of a film review. Okay, so there is a basic structure that the film review should follow. So that structure, the reviewer must be very clear. Although reviewers bring their own characters to the review they like, most film reviews follow a well-defined structure. Okay, so then the every reviewer has his or her own style of writing. That's fine, but then there is a basic structure which we have to follow. The next important step is understand the target reader. Knowing whom we are writing for and who is likely to read the review will help us choose the appropriate style and vocabulary. Depending on the target reader of the film review, the review can be written in a formal or informal style using a vocabulary that is appropriate for the group. Okay, so where is your review going to come? Okay, what kind of, who are your audience who's going to read it? Based on that, we need to tailor our vocabulary and style so that it gets conveyed to the group who is going to read the review. Now, step 5 of review writing would be to understand the medium. Okay, although film reviews are generally associated with print media, okay, so you write for the you generally write a review, film review, that comes in newspapers and magazines. Now what has happened is, it is reviews come in electronic media and also on digital platforms, okay, in cyberspace. So which medium are you going to write? Are you writing for the print media? Are you writing for the electronic media? Or are you writing for the cyberspace, the internet? So you need to understand the needs and requirements of each of these mediums and customize your review according to the medium. What works for one medium may not work for another medium. So if you're writing for a newspaper or a magazine, you cannot have the same film review in electronic media. Its requirements will be different, and similarly for the cyberspace or internet. So we must understand which medium we are writing for. Now let's look at the structure of a film review. This is the general structure which every reviewer needs to follow, but then can add his or her own creativity and own bring their own style into writing the review. Okay, although there is no fixed format for film review, the following structure will be useful to follow. First would be the title and headline. The title of the review should be short, catchy, and it may suggest the reviewer's assessment of the film also. And I have some example here for you. Tube light fails to light up. Tube light was the movie. Okay, fails to light up, meaning it's not very good. It's okay, it's not a good review. Tiger roars again, Salman Khan's movie Ekta Tiger. So when you have a catchy phrase like Tiger roars again in the headline, then you get the feeling that okay, it's a good the reviewer is going to give a good review, or the movie is good. It sends out those kind of signals. Then the next would be the subhead or the deck. This is a summary line that highlights the most noteworthy feature of the film. Okay, so it's a summary line and it highlights what is the most important, interesting part of the film. The subhead is written below the headline and above the body of the review, and the typographically it is distinct from the rest of the review. So you must keep all these things in mind. For example, a watchable routine drama with its share of movements. Okay, so this is the subhead or deck. Okay, so it is a run-of-the-mill movie, but then it can be watched. You can see it once, kind of thing. Look at another example. A predictable storyline embellished with hilarious dialogues. Okay, so you have that the storyline is predictable. Okay, it is quite similar to what is already been done, but then its dialogues are hilarious, so the plus points have been highlighted. All right, then you, after the title and then the subhead or the what do you call deck, you move on to the introduction of the film review. So this is the third part. The first paragraph, also known as the lead paragraph or the lead, okay, because that is important. Okay, front loading, you remember we talked about that, is the most crucial one. It sets the tone for the rest of the review and makes the reader want to read further. So this is the most interesting part. It is a power packed first paragraph. It's called the lead paragraph. You upfront your front loading so that everything important, interesting comes here. It gives the reader an overview of the film and also conveys the reviewer's overall assessment of the film. The overview may include background information about the film, its context, and criteria used for evaluation. So this lead paragraph becomes very, very important. The second paragraph will be the analysis. Okay, so this is so you have the title, the subhead or the deck, then you have the lead paragraph, and now you come to the fourth part of the film review, which is the second paragraph of the review. That would be the analysis. The second paragraph should give an outline of the story very briefly. Okay, don't give everything away. All right, it should be a sampling, a tasting of what is to come. The subsequent paragraphs makes the, then after the analysis, which is in the second paragraph, you give the subsequent paragraph. The next paragraph will make an evaluation of the film in detail, the assessment of the plot, comments on the lead role, the other important characters, the screenplay of the movie, the music of the movie, the lyrics, the dialogue, scenery, cinematography. Okay, all this would come in the next paragraph. Reviewers may also cite specific examples in support of their assessment. Okay, so they can give you a preview in give you glimpses of what to expect in the movie. For example, a poignant scene, a melodious song, or a lurid dialogue, something, and give support to what their judgment is about the film. And then the conclusion of the review will consist of two parts: a summary of the reviewer's assessment and their advisory, a must watch, watchable, ignore, etc. And then also you have those ratings, those star ratings also will be there. All right, now I hope you understood what would goes into the structure of a film review. Now let's look at an example, and I've picked up a Telugu film for you, Pelli Chupulu, and we will go through it so that you know how to go about writing a film review. Okay, so let's read the following film review and note the underlined technical words and phrases used to write the review. Okay, now look at the headline, Pelli Chupulu and colon, a gem of the film. So this is the title and then the reviewer's assessment. A gem of the film for film. So obviously, the reviewer is very pro movie. Okay, now let's look at the next one, which is the subhead or the deck. Pelli Chuplu will make you laugh aloud, well up in tears, and leave you with a wide grin. So that is a teaser that has been given about the movie. So that's the subhead. It highlights the most important aspects of the movie. That is, it will make you laugh aloud, it will also bring out emotion and also leave you happy. It's a feel good movie. So you saw the first is the title, okay, and then you had the subhead of the review. Now let's move on. This would be the lead paragraph. Okay, introduction, opening statement comprises the overall impression that the film leaves. Okay, it's the lead paragraph. So let me read it out for you. And what is underlined, like rom-com, slice of live films, are technical terms that are used in film review. Okay, let me read out the lead paragraph for you. Many a time while watching a well-made Hollywood rom-com, we wonder why this genre isn't explored enough in Indian cinema. Slice of life films can be great fun when they are when they hit the right note. Debutant Tarun Bhaskar has written and directed one such film. Pelli Chupulu is effortlessly cool. Portions of what unfolds on the screen could happen to you or those around you. It's that real. Okay, so do you see the lead paragraph? Okay, so it gives you a sampling, a taste of what to expect of the film, and it also tells you that it's a slice of life film. It is very realistic, and it is a rom-com. So it it leaves you asking for more. It leaves you excited. Yes, I want to know what this film is about. So you read the rest of the review and then decide whether you want to see the movie or not. The second paragraph would be an outline of the plot. Okay, so let's see what the reviewer has to say. We have seen films where there are key protagonists taking up engineering out of compulsion. With that's an Indian phenomenon. All Indian parents want their children to do engineering. Later summons courage and goes against the parents' wishes, follows their passion and proves themselves. What if the guy is incorrigibly lazy to even look towards his dream? Prashant, so giving the name of the central character, Vijay Deverakonda, likes the idea of being a chef. But if there is an easy way to make money by becoming a son-in-law to a business tycoon, he wouldn't mind it. A mix-up brings him in face-to-face with Chitra, the female protagonist, the heroine, Ritu Varma. She's the actor who plays the female lead, an MBA who wants to further her dream in Australia. So what you got here was a outline. Okay, let's continue. He's a dreamer and she's the practical one, willing to work and has sharp business acumen. Poles apart in their outlook to life, they find a small connect. Both don't like dousing a samosa with sauce, okay, in sauce. Real food cooked from scratch is what works for them. She suggests starting a food truck, less investment, better returns. Okay, so it's a very slice of life rom-com. You see how the outline we have read, and it's already giving you that kind of feeling. It's a joy to watch the journey. So now the outline is over in the first paragraph, and now the in the second paragraph, lead paragraph is over, outline is over, and now we are moving on to the third paragraph, which is an analysis, evaluation, and evidence to support the reviewer's opinion stated in the title and the subhead. So what does the reviewer have to say? It's a joy to watch the journey of these two characters, the central characters, okay, Prashant and Chitra. The parents, grandparents, and their friends add to the humor. Priyadarshini, who plays Kaushik, spouting Telangana dialect, is a Roy. He, along with Abhay, who plays the photographer friend, brings the house down on many occasions. So, giving examples to support the fact that it is a fun movie. All right. Even small characters make an impact. For instance, the little boy with the twinkle in his eye who sits through the Pelli Chuplu conversation. So, little tidbits on what makes the movie special and different. Okay, the protagonist will inevitably fall in love, but the narrative keeps you hooked. Okay, so it's very predictable, but it is done in such a way that you are on tenterhooks, or you are eagerly looking forward to what is going to come next, but the narrative keeps you hooked. The end is all heart without getting melodramatic. So the climax, the end of the movie is beautiful. It is lovely without getting melodramatic or sentimental. In 125 minutes, and amidst all the laugh aloud humor, Tarun is the director, makes a gentle, intelligent case for an educated, independent working woman. He also asks parents not to give in to societal pressure and give their children some time in finding their calling. So that's the message. Okay, so do you see how very beautifully the analysis, evaluation, evidence to support the reviewer's opinion are stated, that was stated in the title and the subhead are, concretized and put forward in the review. All right. Then moving on, uh, uh, the other aspects of the movie are also very, very important. Vivek Sagar's music has hummable songs and on-spot background score. So you look at the words that are underlined, hummable, on spot background score. These are words, vocabulary that are associated with film review. Okay, that elevates the film. Ashish Kuruvilla returns as an actor and is a natural. Again, a term used to describe the acting potential of an actor. Nandu appears in a brief role. The film ultimately belongs to Vijay Devarkonda and Ritu Varma, who are the central protagonists. Vijay lives his part as an affable guy who needs to be goaded to do something worthwhile. It's tough to think anyone else in Ritu Varma's role. Observe her scene. So again, the reviewer picks up an evidence. Okay, Ritu Varma has done a fantastic job as an independent young woman, ambitious, and gives an example. Observe her scene in the cafe where she quietly registers the impact of what her father tells her about earning a fund, her dreams in Australia. It looks like she does nothing, but she conveys the mood of a girl's cornered. Okay, so how well she portrays that scene is also given as evidence. From the decor of the houses to the interior of the food truck, nothing looks fake. So an evaluation being done on the presentation. Okay, that is, it's the conclusion summary of the reviewer's assessment. Many rom-coms make you laugh while in the cinema hall. Very few make an impact by portraying realistic characters. This fall in the second category. That is, it's a rom-com with very realistic characters. Okay. Now, the conclusion advisory. Pelli Chuplu is fantastic. Don't miss it. Okay. And I have taken it from, it was in the Hindu. This is from this review came in the Hindu, and I have taken it for you from there so that you know how to go about writing a review. So students, I hope that you were able to understand what is a review. Okay, because review can be for films, it can be for books, it can be for a service or product, and then we what goes into reviewing. Okay, and why are reviews important, and then we looked at what goes into film reviewing, what are the steps, and what is the structure of a film review, and then we went through an example of how a good film review is written. I hope you enjoyed this video lesson, students, and my advice to you would be to read reviews that come in magazines and newspapers, if it is in the print media, or even listen to it when it is presented in the on television or radio. They do that kind of reviews also, or in the electronic media or cyber space. Wherever you come across reviews, please read it, see the medium, how it's written for various mediums. What we did was for the print media, newspaper, a typical what would come in a newspaper or a magazine, and it was taken from Hindu, so it's a good review. Okay, following all the techniques that should go into good review, good film review. So what you could do is read up, so that you get an idea. And then when you see a movie, attempt to review it also. Attempt to review it for a newspaper sometime for the electronic medium, or one for the cyberspace. So your writing skills improves, and you are thinking critically, you are comprehending, analyzing, contrasting, and it helps you activate your comprehension skills, critical thinking skills, and you become a good communicator of the language. Okay, please do that. You could also have a discussion with your friends, also an oral discussion. You could review the film orally also by discussing the movie based on these criteria after having watched them. So enjoy watching movies, and also enjoy reviewing the movies based on these criteria. Thank you so much, student. Stay safe and take care.